Hello everyone, it's strawberryelli here and thank you so much for joining me in another video. Last week I started a new series on my channel called Going Zero Waste, and I was really excited to share with you some tips and tricks to just start to live a more zero waste lifestyle, to use less plastic and live more environmentally friendly. But I also just started traveling around with my boyfriend, and we are just in Thailand right now, and we already came across a few challenges and struggles by living with less plastic, because as you might know, here in Southeast Asia they use a lot of plastic. So we already came across a few challenges here, and these are the things I want to share with you in this video. And I also kind of want to show you what we've been doing to still use less plastic as the average person here. When I'm at home, I have access to clear drinking water. So I either drink water out of the tap, or we refill our big water tanks at refill water stations, and that way we make sure to have clear water all day, every time. But here it is just a bit more difficult to have access to clear water. As you might know, you're not able to drink the water out of the tap, and it is kind of inconvenient and not really environmentally friendly to get plastic bottles every time you want to drink water. So what we've been doing is that we get one of these huge water jugs from the store, and I know it's still a plastic bottle, but as I said, it's kind of difficult to avoid getting plastic at all. So what we've been getting, we get these big jugs, and we also get a funnel just from the market. It's really cheap, and then we go to these refill water stations and we fill these up for just 5 baht, which is approximately 15 cents, and that way we still keep it to a small amount of plastic that we're using, but we don't have to get plastic bottles at every corner just every time we want to get water. Another thing is that we just keep water bottles with us all the time, just normal water bottles you can pick up here, and then you can refill them with the water you have at home from these jugs, or at the refill stations. They're all around the city, and yeah, they're really cheap as well. It is scary how much plastic they're actually using here. They basically wrap everything in plastic. When you go to the store, you see every individual thing wrapped in another plastic bag. Even if you go to the organic market, what we did last Sunday, we came across so much plastic, which is honestly so sad, because when I think about organic farmers market produce, I think just about fresh produce that you put in your own reusable bags and you just pick up from the stand you're buying them from. But the things you buy there are already wrapped in plastic, so it's so hard to avoid plastic packaging even when you buy organic. Then obviously at the stores everything is wrapped in plastic, cut up fruit. Then if you want to buy something to drink, you get a plastic straw, plastic bottle, and I'm trying to find my way around to use the least amount of plastic I can. For example, what we've been doing, if we really have to get something from the market or from the store and you have to put it in a plastic bag to wait it out, that's what they're doing there, I reuse that bag every time I go to the store now. We also use this bag every time we go grocery shopping, and I showed you that in a different video before, and I also can link it down below in the description box. And we also gonna get a few more bags, just tote bags, so we can reuse them whenever we want to go to the market to avoid getting plastic bags. Also another thing, as I mentioned in previous videos before, is that I always carry around my cutlery and my utensils to avoid getting plastic cutlery. And I also have a knife with me all the time here, so I can just cut up fruit and I don't have to buy pre-cut fruit that is wrapped in plastic. And I also always carry around my metal straw, so whenever I want to drink something on the go, for example a smoothie or a coconut, then I can just use my own straw, so I don't have to get a new plastic straw, and I can just reuse that, rinse it out, and then it's ready to go for the next time. As I said, it's just so frustrating to see the amount of plastic they're using here. And another frustrating thing about that is that they don't even recycle all that plastic. All the trash you see everywhere is just one big trash can and they don't separate. So what that means is they put paper in there, they put plastic in there, they put all their food scraps in there, and they can't recycle all the plastic they've been using. And another really sad fact about all the trash that's been piling up, what they've been doing the past years, and it's kind of like a tradition for them now, that's at least here in Chiang Mai in Thailand, is that during the month of February, March and April, I believe, is that they burn the trash. They also burn the rice fields, but what I've heard is that they also burn the trash, and all that pollution and that smoke is sitting in the air, and it's just so bad, first of all for the environment, and also so bad for the people and all living beings, basically for the plants and also for the animals that live here to breathe in and to live in that really toxic environment. Apart from that, just living with that amount of plastic is just so bad for the earth. What I can only say is that we try our best to trying to avoid as much plastic as we can, but it is difficult. So the last thing I probably already mentioned is that they also don't compost. So what we've been doing at home is that we put all our fruit scraps in a compost bin, and they separate that from the normal trash, and they also just give that, for example, to feed animals, or they put that back to the earth so new things can grow on that. And it's just really beneficial to give that back to the earth. But they don't really see that here, they don't really do that, and it's just really difficult to trying to make that work in a big city as well. If you say, okay, I want to compost my own things. So what we've been doing is we picked up a few containers that we can use to put our fruit scraps in there, and then we kind of separate them from our trash, and we don't have to use plastic bags as our trash bags, which is also just another plus to use less plastic bags. As I said, we kind of trying to avoid using plastic, but it is just been really difficult. And that is, I think, how it is when you're traveling. It is that you are out of your normal routine. You don't have all the things you have access to when you're at home. For example, for me, I have all my glass jars and I have my bottles there, and I drink just the tap water or water from just water stations. I have my own plates and bowls and cutlery, and I can pick up things from the farmer's market with using my own bags. And I have to say that I've been used to just having less plastic around, and that they separate the plastic from normal trash and they recycle and they also compost, and I'm kind of used to that. And it's kind of sad to come here and see that they haven't been to the point where they kind of incorporate that into their society to do the same things here. And what I can say is that we're just trying our best to use the least amount of plastic and still live environmentally friendly and just do the best you can. And I think that is what I'm trying to say with this video. Especially with traveling, it can be really stressful, challenging, and you can get to the point where you're struggling to incorporate a zero waste lifestyle into your day-to-day life. But it is possible to make changes everywhere you go, everything you're doing. Just start with the right mindset. That is already the first step, and just trying the best you can. That's what I want to say with this video, and that's what we are gonna do, what we're continuing doing as well. So if you're interested to just see more of our journey and what we are trying with traveling and just using less plastic and doing more for the environment, then please let me know in the comments below, and just share what you think about just going zero waste and just trying to make it work in different situations of your life. And overall, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Stay tuned for obviously more videos about zero waste and minimalism and traveling. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing day, and I see you in my next video then. Bye guys.